to start recording, and then I'll have the raw footage on my laptop, and I can just upload it directly.
Alright, sounds good. So we went from Concierge. Now we have the article from Anime News Network discussing that Chainsaw Man, My Hero Academia, among lists on the New York Times bestseller list for graphic novels.
Nice.
So that's a I think that's pretty big. They said also Chainsaw Man ranked at number 5, My Hero ranked at number 11. Let's see. It also said that they started doing this list back in October of 2019. And I guess the previous one, JJK, was at number 5. And Chainsaw Man was at 10, so it moved up about 5 spots. Which, good on Chainsaw Man. I definitely am going to start reading back up on the manga for that. Alright.
Yeah, because I've been hearing some stuff about season 2 not getting the green light just yet.
Well, so that's what they're doing the movie for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Americans won't buy Blu-rays, but they will go to the movie theater.
Right. Yep. I can't confirm. I don't think I've ever bought a Blu-ray in my life.
I
used to before streaming.
For stuff that I absolutely really need to have. So like Broly, I have the physical for. I didn't really have a need to buy Resurrection F or Battle of the Gods because they have it on Crunchyroll in episode form. So no reason.
I buy movies. I just buy the digital versions.
See, I buy the physical that comes with the digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I have to hold on to something physical.
If we don't have any other news, we are gonna get into. We're gonna get into the main topics today.
Let's get it.
We're actually pushing through relatively quick today.
It's Yesenia's fault.
You're correct. It's all Yesenia's fault.
I think it also helps that we sat down before all this and we're like, okay, this is what we're gonna go over. This is what we're gonna go through.
Well, and not that I think, like I said earlier, I don't care to do the 2-hour, 2.5-hour streams, but sometimes it is just a matter of we get on side tangents, and then we just keep going, and then we're like, oh shit, we do have topics we actually gotta talk about.
Right.
So, I know you two are really excited about this. I'm excited about it as well. Solo Leveling Episode 1, thoughts and reactions. I know you guys are reading the manga, so...
I'm not reading it. I'm actually done.
On the game. You're done with it, but you've read or, you know what the fuck's going on. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Other than that there's a portal that fucking opened up 10 years ago, and they go in a portal and fucking fight monsters.
That's pretty much it.
The main character is not that great right now, but I'm willing to.
In fact, he was nicknamed the worst hunter. So.
Yeah.
Was it the worst or the weakest?
I was gonna say.
Probably both.
Weakest.
Was it weakest?
It was the weakest hunter. Because they joked that he hurts himself just getting into the portal.
Yeah.
That was one of the comments they made. I thought it was good, but the problem is I don't know what the fuck's going on. They haven't really dove deep into it yet. And I feel like for a first episode, I feel like you need to have kind of a little bit more background to it. I'm sure the next episode will explain a little more. I'm hoping. No.
So, I kind of touched up on this in the group chat. Trevor, you want to start this off?
Yeah, I think that they should have done. I mean, told Manuel, I'm like, oh, did you watch the second episode yet? He's like, there's no second episode. I'm like, there has to be a 2-episode because even IGN reviewed 2-episode premiere. You really needed the 2 episodes because that'll get you through the first dungeon. It's not really a spoiler. obviously he's gonna get out of the dungeon in the first one.
Right.
But it explains stuff as it goes, and they pace it really well, actually. At least in the manga and the novels. I don't know that I think it's really banking on people who have read the books or something, have some
There
previous
is
knowledge.
low-key like a big cult following for the books and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think they're really banking on that and the hype that people.
I do want to eventually read it. I might even, if Manuel will let me borrow his.
You can borrow mine too. Yeah, they're quick reads. I usually read one in one sitting every time.
I have the first 7. The only 7 are out right now currently. I read the rest of them online, which if you want, I can also just send you the link to that, and you can read all of the chapters on that.
Yeah, that works. I'll definitely look that up then.
So, to provide a little bit of insight on the first episode, because it does kind of cram a lot of information in it, and I liked it because I knew what was happening. You know what I mean? I know what it's building to, and I know what's happening. For like all of the information that it's coming in bits and pieces, and I agree with Trevor. They should have done 2 episodes so they can give more time for that. But basically, Jin Woo-sung, the weakest hunter, whatever. They kind of touched up on it a little bit in the anime, but he became a hunter because his dad used to be a hunter, and his dad randomly disappeared like years back, and he has to take care of his mom, who has a sickness.
Like another hunter we know.
He has to take care of his mom, who has a sickness. The sickness came from the global event that happened that gave everybody abilities to begin with. So basically, certain people were affected by the magic in a certain way that just put them into basically permanent comas. And his mom is one of those, and his sister is still super young and in school. So he's like, I am a hunter, so I can try to support my family. And then the ants that they were fighting in the manga, you don't actually see till way, way later.
Yeah, I haven't even seen them yet.
Yeah, Trevor's not even seen them. Yeah, so basically what happened is, like you saw in the anime, each dungeon has its own rank, right? So A rank, B rank, C rank, S, D, E, whatever. S rank opened up on an island or on an off island in Japan, and it got out of control. Nobody could control it, and basically these ant beasts came out of it, and then they took over the island. So rather than get all of the S rank hunters, A rank hunters, and what were they called?
E rank.
No, they were national level hunters. Together to try to take out this thing, they're just like, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna ignore this island and pretend it doesn't even exist. So they just evacuated the entire island and then just let it be Ant Island. And obviously, we've all watched enough anime to know that when you neglect something, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. So I think they were starting to build on that early in episode 1 so they can kind of just like streamline the process. Because it is kind of like a smaller part of the story compared to what ends up happening throughout.
It's kind of a foreshadowing for something later on.
Yeah.
I think when a portal spawns...
I was really confused on how it started out, because I'm like, okay, this isn't really making... I get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah, so in the timeline 10 years prior to episode 1, a giant portal just opened up on the planet, and it released magic onto Earth. And that magic gave a bunch of people different abilities and different levels of magic power that they can control. And that's how you get, I'm an S rank hunter because I have a shit ton of magic, or I'm an E rank hunter, I have barely no magic. But even an E rank hunter is still substantially stronger and faster than an average human with no magic.
Does it ever say what's the rarity on actually having an awakening? I can't remember.
Yeah, they do. It's super rare.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't think that Sung had an awakening, because they're like, nah, it's pretty fucking rare. And it's even more rare for it to level you up as much as Sung got leveled up. But you find out... I don't want to spoil anything, never mind. I don't want to say.
Good save.
Spoiler.
Good save.
Spoiler alert.
All I'm gonna say is that the guy is right, and Sung did not.
Reawaken.
Yeah, he did not reawaken.
Which is, yeah, they always go back and forth, like, did he? Didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And even he's like, oh, maybe I did. No.
Yeah. He did in the sense of that he's much stronger than he was before, but he didn't in the terms that they use it for awakenings.
So, now my question to you is, because I don't know the answer to this, and it's not spoiling anything, the dungeon they are currently in the anime, what rank is it?
I think it was only a C rank.
A C rank? Those giant statues are C?
No, those statues weren't supposed to be in that dungeon.
That's what I mean. Like, I know it was supposed to be a C rank,
Yeah.
but what is it really? Does it ever say if it's S or A?
All right, so I'm trying to formulate this as best I can without giving any
You
spoilers.
can just say spoilers and then
Okay,
not say
so
anything.
it's up to you. I don't.
If it's gonna spoil something, I'm just curious. Like, are they S rank monsters? That's all I wanted to know.
No,
Okay.
they are not S rank monsters.
Okay. All I need to know.
That's all I needed. So, like, that was my thing. Is like, it's, so far it's good. The action's good. Everything kind of makes sense. But I felt like for a first episode,
It was a lot. I
they're
agree.
kind of leaving. There's a lot to digest without having any prior knowledge.
And what's crazy is I didn't even trip off this at first because I went back and I tried to rewatch the episode. There's no intro or outro. It's
No,
all
I noticed
episode.
No, it went straight in.
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, they really packed a lot in here because they went 24 straight minutes of just non-stop anime, which is fire. Don't get me wrong, it's fire, but yeah, people definitely left out. I think that's what's gonna draw people back into it because they're gonna be like, yo, I got a lot of questions and I need some answers because some of this shit didn't make any sense.
It is really good world building, and they explain
how I
stuff.
feel about it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely explain stuff as they go instead of giving you everything right up front.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll learn more about the military because hunters work alongside the military.
Mm-hmm.
You'll learn more about different types of hunters. You have some people call false rankers.
Lie about what rank they are and shit.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. It tries not to overload you and tell you stuff as you go. So you have the basic idea, then you start getting a little more intricate, and even Jin Woo starts learning stuff as he goes too, especially with his powers.
Mm-hmm. His abilities and how they tie into everything and stuff.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna end up rewatching the first episode. I'll probably just watch the first and second together.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be a little bit easier for me to digest.
All of that information.
Because I kind of watched it. And maybe 15, 20 minutes later, I'm like, what did I even watch?
Yeah.
It didn't really stick to me that first time, so I'm hoping that maybe if I give it the two.
That's why I was saying in the group chat too. I was like, anybody feel like that was like a lot of information in that first episode? And again, me and Trevor have the hindsight of knowing what's happening already, so we kind of have an idea already. So it was like much easier to process. But like, I was like, for an average person that's not. It's just like this is their first time to any solo leveling at all whatsoever. It's a lot to absorb.
Right.
So that's why I kind of wanted to. Yeah. That's why I wanted to take the time to try to kind of explain it all the way throughout. That way, if there is anybody who's watched the first episode, is like, what the fuck? Hopefully I answered some questions that make it easier to understand. So that way, going into episode 2, it's like, okay, I kind of know what's happening now.
And if anybody does have questions, feel free to ask. We can try to reach out privately.
Yeah, ask on our socials.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
God, it's so good! I can't wait.
We're really excited for
He's
this one.
so hard. He's doing really good. He usually spoils the whole show.
I know.
I'm really trying hard not to, okay?
Do the
Because
clappy thingy, Damien. Clappy thingy.
Oh, yep. Hold on. Did you get a gold star for that? Oh, there we go.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week.
Well, if we don't have any more solo leveling to talk, I think we're gonna go ahead and get into our next
He'll take
topic.
He'll take the rest of the episode if you
I
get the
know.
opportunity.
That's where.
Well, not only that, everything will be spoiled.
Which is why we're having solo Sunday.
Yeah, I definitely. Like I said, I am gonna give it a 3-episode try at least. It's intriguing, but there's a lot to digest.
So my theory.
Read
is
the manga, bro. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Start reading the manga, and then the episode will not only make a lot more sense when you go and rewatch it, but you're gonna be like already hooked.
You'll blow through where you're at so fast. I mean, I'm talking like within the first 10 pages. You'll blow through where you're at in the first episode, and then I think that the next episode will end with him getting out of the dungeon. Spoiler alert, I guess. It's not. Spoiler,
It's not really. I can imagine he would, or else
Right.
this is a one show. Alright, so our next topic is a kind of a good one, I feel like, for anybody that, the question is, when you want to bring somebody into this world, what is a good starter anime that we want to...
He means the world of
recommend?
anime, not like giving birth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, debatable.
If you want, if you really want to, I guess.
Weave them out of the womb.
Yep. I mean, it's how it just works anymore.
Just give them a body pillow as soon as they pop out of the...
I mean, we all know that if Trevor ever has a kid, it's gonna be Yusuke. I know how this turns out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the group chat. Keep in mind that this fucking site has a lot of pop-ups, but you can like obviously close most of them and just read along.
Are you telling me it's big anime titties?
Mostly.
Or is it the rough ones? So I'll start off. I think a good starter anime. It's really tough. I think to pick one. I would always used to say like My Hero is a good one.
That's not bad. It gets deep and later you go. It gets a little more complicated, but it's still a...
It does, but it's a good... By the time it gets complicated, you've already started watching that.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're like 13 and up, it's definitely a good one to start with.
Yeah. Another good one, honestly, and I know I was just hyping this up earlier, Attack on Titan seems to be one that a lot of people try and introduce to people that don't watch anime. Which is like crazy to me because I feel like at times it can be overly complicated.
I wouldn't put that one on my list personally, just because it does get really complicated. You have to think. Some people don't like the gore. Yeah. It's not bad on sexuality though. Some you just get hit with boobs in the face.
Surprisingly, not that fan servicey for something that unless you're in the really big, meaty, giant thing.
I was gonna say like the female Titans about it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's like almost no fan service in AOT, honestly.
No, that's one thing I actually really like about it is it kind of breaks that.
Well, and I think that's another reason why it's a good starter anime is it's very the subjects are not at first overly complicated. It's a big giant monster attacks, we kill big giant monster. Now, yeah, later on you find out big giant monster is this, and then it does get complicated, but again, I kind of put it under the same category with like a My Hero, that by the time it gets that complicated, you're already watching it and hooked when you get to that point.
I think starter animes should be quick watches. Like one season or maybe 2 seasons, like type of shows. So people can get a feel for what's happening. Like, I always usually recommend, like, Death Note or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I usually also recommend something like a good stuff.
Reincarnator as a slime.
Yeah, but it's like still in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's not finished.
Code Geass, I heard, is a good starter anime.
Pokemon's the best starter anime.
Low-key, Yu Yu Hakusho is a good starter anime. It's not super long.
Way to take Trevor's answer.
Yeah, you did. That's right. I had a few of them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of stuff that's like a quick, like, not like one season, but like within a couple of seasons. Less than 100 episodes for sure.
Trigun was one that popped
Oh, Trigun's a good one.
And Cowboy Bebop, like Damien was saying.
Soul Eater.
Really? Soul Eater's
you
actually
know what?
a really good one.
And Inuyasha also is a pretty solid.
You know, I was going to say, like, in general, animes between the late 80s and 90s, even early 2000s, are really good starters. They weren't overly complicated. You got decent amount of action. With, like, Dragon Ball especially, you've got some fan service with Master Roshi.
It's just way too long too, and the pacing in the anime sucks comparatively.
Yeah, I will say that is like, I would say that's probably all three of our starter anime, the one that kind of got us into anime.
You know, when I think of starter anime, I really think of like, I have to think back to what we were watching, like Toonami and Adult Swim. So like, yeah, like you were saying, the Yu Yu Hakusho's. As much as we think Dragon Ball might not be a good one because it's drawn out, it's still a good one to start with. It does have the action, but it's also depending on person to person. If you know somebody's gonna be like, I don't really care for, the fan servicey, big titty anime girl type shit, that might not be for them. And that's kind of like the hard thing to figure out with people.
Well, you have to know your audience too, because if you're wanting to show something to your son for the first time, he's like 5, obviously High School of the Dead is probably not going to be the one you want to go with.
It's the best one to show, right?
Honestly, Demon Slayer is a good starter anime too.
That one's not bad.
Because there's not a lot of episodes, and it's very actiony,
It's a very linear story.
It's got some It's got some emotions tied to it.
Deals with family.
I think that's a lot of it now. Like, this generation now is very different than our generation.
Yeah.
So, like,
my first question too. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Our generation, the gore wasn't like that for most things.
Well,
like
Berserk.
Yeah, Berserk was probably the
Castlevania.
What
Castlevania was only made recently though.
That was a remake.
For anime.
Was it?
Was it a remake? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Was Berserk on Toonami like early in the morning or late at night, depending on how you want to look at it, like 3 or 4?
I have no idea.
Because I know that's known as like the goriest anime.
Ooh, Death Parade. That's a good anime that I always recommend too. It's 1 season, quick watch, and it's so good.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
but I have heard the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Same thing.
More or less.
Same feel. I don't know why, but same feel.
Oh, gotcha.
The intro for Death Parade is also super hilarious.
Love it. Flyers, one of my favorite intros. I think I said that as when we did our favorite intro topic.
Holy shit, why did I not think of this? Assassination Classroom.
That's another great one.
Fire intro anime. And
2 seasons, and I think it's only 24, maybe 36 episodes, something like that.
Yeah, it's not super long. And it also depends too, like, what's your devotion? Are you going to dedicate some time to this? Because if you're going to dedicate time to it, a good, like, soft intro to, like, longer animes, Hunter x Hunter, bro.
Yeah.
It's like 120 episodes and all gas. All gas.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm gonna stand my ground on My Hero. I just know, so like, I got Allison in the anime with My Hero, and she for the longest time swore off like, I'm not gonna watch this. Like, Dragon Ball ruined that for her. She was just like, that would always come on, and it took over the slot where I was watching other stuff, and she's like, I don't want to sit here and watch fucking streaming, for 20 minutes at a time. And
old school Dragon Ball's
I'm
tough,
like,
bro.
no, I get it. And, she's not wrong.
Well, if you told her
As
to
much
put
as
up her
I tried to-
hand and give Goku the energy for the Spirit Bomb, he would have got it a lot faster, and it would have taken 3 episodes.
Facts.
Back. True.
It's funny that you say that, though, about
it.
Allison, because Caitlyn hates My Hero.
Yeah.
Really?
And does she hate it because of Deku?
100%.
That's funny because Allison likes it because of Deku.
Caitlyn's like, he's such a fucking crybaby. She thinks Bakugo should be the main character.
I mean, kinda is, to a degree.
Yeah, not of the part she's at, though. I don't even think she's watched more than 2 seasons.
Probably not.
I don't know why, but when you said that, Black Clover popped in my head too.
Black Clover's fire,
Black
but it's like
Clover's not a bad
160
one either.
episodes.
Is it really? And mine.
Yeah, but you guys are going off the premise of just episode length. You want... It can be intimidating, but, like, if it's something you're gonna like, you're gonna watch it.
Damien, everybody in this room has told you how amazing Naruto is. You're not past the Chunin exams. So episodes matter. Episodes matter.
It can be intimidating. I will say though, I got to the point at Naruto where I was depressed because I knew I was coming towards the end, and I wanted.
And pacing does matter. That's exactly why you pick shorter animes, because you know they're gonna have decent pacing.
One Piece.
The older animes normally did not have good pacing.
The big three.
The big
One
three
Piece,
all have
Naruto,
terrible pacing.
Dragon Ball Z.
And 2 of the big 3 are riddled with fillers. Absolutely filled to the brim with filler between Bleach and Naruto. One Piece, not so much, but the pacing is just worse than out of all of them.
Even Dragon Ball had filler.
Dragon Ball Z had the worst pacing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball was pretty good, but Z had a lot.
Dragon Ball was fine. Dragon Ball had no issues with pacing. But Dragon Ball Z had terrible pacing issues.
You had Gohan's teen years, you had the Garlic Jr., yeah, there was like all those weird little side adventures.
But, we would still watch that over Dragon Ball Kai, I would imagine, right?
I've never watched Kai, so I can't... I don't know, I just never seen the point in Kai. So
it was just better
I would say
paced.
I've tried watching Kai. There's different voice actors for certain characters.
Oh, yeah, you can't have that. You can't have that.
And so it's one of those things where, like, even if the pacing was good, I am so accustomed to this character having this voice. If there's any slight variation...
That reminds me, the voice actor for Frieza died not too long ago. I wonder if that's why they're delaying Dragon Ball Super.
I was just telling Damien about this earlier. I'm like, did you know Linda Young is still doing voice acting?
Yeah.
Why is she not back to being Frieza?
I don't know.
Maybe she is, and we just don't know it yet.
I would be okay with that. I mean, it'd be a little weird. I think she originally said that doing the Frieza voice was so hard on her voice. I mean, she's not young.
Well, I
right?
would imagine.
But,
Wait,
yeah,
this is the English voice actor, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Japanese voice actor.
Didn't both die, didn't they?
I don't know.
Bulma died, too. The voice actor for Bulma.
Yeah,
also
she...
passed away.
So they were probably trying to get a lot of stuff figured out for that.
Yeah, I didn't even account those variables in.
I didn't either till just right now. I was like,
You
wait,
know,
that's a thing that happened.
it's funny because I even told Damien earlier the voice actor for Frieza died. Why aren't they bringing Linda Young back? And yeah, I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, right over my head.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
So, yeah, like I said, I think My Hero is a good starter. That
It's
would probably
definitely
be
good.
my number one. If we were going by something that has a longer than season or two, My Hero would be it. As far as like a one season, two season type thing, Cowboy Bebop is a good one
Cowboy
for
Bebop
me.
is fire.
The thing I really like about My Hero too and your choices is that it, like I was saying, you got to know your audience. So if it's like a younger kid or a teenager, adult, that one spreads across all generations. You know, that it's not
Right.
too gory. It's got action. Uh, it kind of reminds me of an Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Avatar: The Last Airbender was good. I
Yep.
told him my uncle wanted to like get into anime and stuff. He's like, "What should I watch? Like, what's a good start?" I was like, "Death Note or Avatar: The Last Airbender." I was like, "If you can get through those, you can get through anything." He didn't
That's
like
true.
Death Note, but he loved Avatar: The Last Airbender.
See, and you have to know what you want to get out of an anime. Like me, I love fantasy and adventure, even sci-fi. You know, but as soon as you give me like a sports anime or a slice of life, I'm bored out of my mind most of the time. So
I would have agreed with you until Blue Lock happened.
I've
Blue
heard
Lock
great
is
things.
fucking. It's so good. It's so good. I need to go back and rewatch it dubbed because I started it dubbed, but like everything wasn't dubbed yet because like all the
I
episodes weren't
hate
even
that.
out. But I wanted to watch it so badly. I was watching it dub sub until I finished it subbed. So I need to like actually watch it all the way through dubbed, especially before the movie drops.
And that one's soccer, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know me, bro. I hate soccer. Soccer is like the most boring sport in the world to me. So if I can watch an anime based on soccer, anybody can.
He hates soccer, but he loves football. It's okay.
I like football.
No.
No.
I don't think you do.
I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is probably like a solid go-to. It's got a good mix of like emotions and then like a little bit of dark and gritty and like action's
I
really
need to
good in
go
it.
back and rewatch that.
Clapbacks are huge in Full Metal Alchemist, bro. Like,
And that's on everybody's number one list. I think it was on IGN's, and I've seen it on a couple other number one lists of greatest
Yeah.
anime of all
I mean,
time.
there's a really good anime. That is one that I do need to
it's not a super
rewatch.
long one. It's only like 50 or
Yeah.
60 episodes.
Well, I'm pretty much under the premise now if I can binge watch anything with 100 episodes. I think I'm alright.
Right.
So,
If
yeah. Except
your
Naruto.
next one needs to be either Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, specifically
Yeah.
Brotherhood, or Hunter x Hunter.
That personally, I'm gonna say Hunter x Hunter, but either one's good.
Yeah, but Hunter x Hunter is like in my
So,
top three low key, but like
It is my top. Yeah, I think it's number
here's what
three.
I might do. Allison might like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So that sounds like a thing her and I will watch. And Hunter x Hunter can be my thing because that's more shonen. She's not the biggest shonen fan.
but she
So
likes My
like
Hero.
If she likes My Hero, I think she would like
She'll definitely like
Hunter.
Hunter x
yeah,
Hunter. She likes My.
I don't know how to explain it. I think the thing with My Hero though is like to a degree it's almost like the Marvel of fucking anime. So like it's a little more it's a little more easier to digest because it's superheroes. It's not like random kid you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
so like to me, like shonen has always been even though My Hero is technically a shonen, shonen has always to me felt like has power that regular guy has power, or isn't in a superhero society. Like, I don't know how to word it, but I think
Did you
that's
like
why Alice
AOT
is so
though?
like, oh, fucking loved it. I shit you not, she actually worked extra over today to make sure we could watch it on her lunch break.
Nice.
Like, and like I said, I cried quite a few times. She held it in. I don't know how, but
I know
yeah,
Trevor's not
that
caught
whole
up, so I don't want
final,
to say too much. I already
I can
probably.
hear
that
you.
whole final season, that whole final part, had me, man. Like, yeah, it was good. And I told her I'm gonna go and buy the colossal editions of the manga and go back and read the manga.
The manga ending is slightly different.
That's what I heard, but I think my understanding with that is that the anime was able to make it better because it's an anime, and
And they were
the
able to add those
anime,
extra slides to fill in the blanks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
So, what's everybody's top starter anime? Just off the rip.
Top what?
Top starter anime that you would give someone, your number one. So mine's My Hero.
Number one.
Ooh.
I would probably go with. Fuck. I'm torn between
I know.
Assassination Classroom and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I'm gonna say Soul Eater. I love Soul Eater. And
Ooh,
it's-
Sword Art Online is a good one too. The first couple seasons. See, that's the problem too. Is like there's so many episodes. There's so many anime too that are like really really good when they start out, and then they just like Tokyo Ghoul. Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, fucking banger,
Loved it.
banger. Season 2 was
Fell off
it was okay,
hard.
and then season 3 I still haven't gotten through season 3, bro. I can't. I struggle bust hard as fuck. But like Tokyo Ghoul season 1 was so fire. It's got one of the best intros of all time. It's peak.
And the thing was, it was everywhere too. You can find the merchandise for it. I mean, it was everywhere. And then season 2 came out, and then just everything went away because nobody was watching it.
I think my number one recommend is probably going to be Demon Slayer though. I think I'm gonna have to go Demon Slayer because it's paced right, so like it's like new. It'll match all the new gen stuff that people are gonna want to watch if they're just not getting into anime, like JJK and stuff like that. So yeah, so like all right, if you want to get into it, like starting off, watch Demon Slayer. If you like that, I'll give you another recommendation.
Is Rengoku your favorite? Yeah. You like him, huh? Yeah.
Who's Rengoku? We don't talk about him.
I really got a hankering for donuts right about now, though.
Big One Piece fan, are you?
Oh, shit.
Bro, that TikTok. Did I send you guys that TikTok? Where it's like they got donuts for $25 and it was action figures of Rengoku and Ace.
Oh my god.
He's like, what the heck? This place is selling donuts for $25 a piece. They're probably not even that good. And he pans over, and it's just action figures of Rengoku and Ace. I was like, no. Why?
Oh my fucking god.
You know, and that is one death that was, it was spoiled for me. I knew it was coming, so maybe that's why it didn't hit me as hard. But I just did not mind his. Spoiler alert: I didn't mind Ace's death at all. I really did.
Hot take, bro. Hot take. Rengoku's death to me was way sadder than Ace's was.
I agree.
Like a lot of people say, like, oh, how could you even like Rengoku? He was in the story for like no time at all. I'm like, have you seen One Piece? Ace was in it for like this much time before he died.
And I'll say the anime for Demon Slayer was worse than the movie because it hit hard in Mugen Train the movie, but when you watch the actual anime arc, it hit a lot harder.
Did it?
For me, it
No,
did.
I didn't watch the actual anime arc of it.
Me either. I only watched the movie. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to myself again.
It'd been so long. Yeah, it's worse. It's worse.
Well, and the thing with
you spend more time with them.
The anime arc. I was gonna say you do a lot. You're spending a lot more time with them, I'm sure.
And then the scene where his dad starts crying about it, like as Tanjiro's leaving, I was just like, why couldn't you just stay an asshole, bro? Nobody liked you. It could have been fine if you just stayed that way. But no.
He's got feelings too. Yeah. Yeah. And the bad thing was Yep.
Oh, no, go ahead and finish.
I was gonna say the bad thing is too. I knew because I had already seen the movie. I knew Rengoku was going to die, and he still became my favorite character. I'm like, God.
Oh, no doubt, he's my favorite Demon Slayer character.
Oh yeah.
Tasty.
He's one. My friend Ryan has that tattooed on his body.
Tasty.
Yeah, he has Rengoku like this, holding the box with chopsticks, and it just has a little. It's like literally that manga panel, and he just colored it, and it just tasty. I was like, that's so fire.
I really want to get some anime tattoo.
Oh, dude, same.
So bad.
I'm so torn.
There's this guy I follow on Instagram. His name's BG Bronson. He's in Cincinnati, and he's so popular. His book, when it goes open, it's usually gone within the day.
Damn.
Yeah.
He could probably do a sick ass tat.
I'll have to send you the link because that's one of his main focuses is anime tats and like Japanese style.
Quick impromptu question for the group. You could get any anime tattoo without repercussions or judgment from society, what would it be? So I mean like face or whatever. Not necessarily you're going to, but
why no judgment or repercussions, Trevor?
Just because like
are you assuming somebody's gonna try to get like a big waifu with their titties out?
No, I was just gonna say like some people wouldn't, like it'd be really cool to get one on my face, but like get a Sharingan on my cheek or something like that, but you wouldn't do it because you don't want it on your face.
I want to get Sharingan on my hands.
See, I want the Danzo.
That would actually be sick.
With all the Sharingans. And then the other one is the Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of people get that one. I really want it. I just don't want it going on my hand. That was why I was kind of saying that.
I do. I want to get a Renegon and then an EMS on the other hand. It'd be sick. Go like this and then I have Sharingan.
You look like Pan's laughing.
So, the one I am gonna get eventually, I'm gonna get Iggy from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tattooed on me for my dog. That'll be like my tattoo for my dog, and then I don't have to worry about it being like a portrait.
True.
As far as like one though, like just out there, I can't really think of one. I would probably get like a whole fucking just a sleeve, or would you call it a sleeve on your leg? Still, is that
would be a pant
sleeve? Well,
I think it's still called a leg sleeve technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna say I got a pant tattoo, dude. It's gonna be sick. They're gonna be like, you just got some jeans tattooed on your leg, bro.
Are they Levi at least, or what?
No, they're Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans.
Best jeanist.
Best jeanist.
I would probably get like a whole fucking leg sleeve done of just like variations of different animes and somehow try and make it like cohesive in a way.
I want mine
I
to
like
be
it.
like, I want to get a whole sleeve. That's why I have nothing on this arm. I want it to be all like manga panels of different animes that I like.
Yeah, more or less, kind of how I feel about the leg. It's something in the similar vein of like, you know, either moments that stick out for me, or just like badass moments. But for sure, I'm getting the Iggy tattoo. It's just a matter of money.
Money's overrated.
It's okay. My neighbor down the street can do it, but he only does it with Sharpie marker.
Shit, I could probably trace with a Sharpie.
Well, Trevor, did you name off your starter anime before we move on to the next topic?
So I said Soul Eater,
Okay.
but I would follow it with Soul Eater Not as well because it's the prequel to Soul Eater, and they both tie in
So
really
just
well.
the whole
So.
Soul Eater franchise in general.
Yeah, because
Are you including Fire Force in that?
No, just because I haven't finished Fire Force,
It's really
so
good.
I can't say if it's a good starter. I'm
It's
sure it
really
is,
It's really
but
good.
I'm almost finished. I think I have one more episode of Goblin Slayer. I'm debating on finishing Attack on Titan, which will probably be what I do. But Fire Force is definitely on that list that I'm gonna go through. Hey, watch it all.
I've been waiting for season 3 for so long.
Fire Force.
Yeah.
Is it really only on season 3? That anime's been out for a while.
Yeah, it is.
Granted, we have been waiting 3 years for Black Clover now.
Super's been 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, Super's been a while. I think it was 2018.
Yeah. Big sad.
All right. So now it's time for Manuel's favorite thing. That we're gonna react to. Today's top 10 is courtesy of Watch Mojo. We are not gonna watch the video through. One, I don't feel like dealing with copyright again, and two, they have it posted on their website, so we're gonna make it a lot easier. All right. So I sent over the link, Manuel. Did you get that? Or I got it on the keep.
Let's see.
If not, I can
It
send
should be
over
in the
to you.
keep. I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah, I got it right here. Oh, this is the YouTube video.
Okay, here I'll text you the list real quick. For the article.
Well, time to get pissed off. Top 10 anime series of all time. I see Vinland Saga on here already, which do not disagree. Vinland Saga season 1 was hot fire. I'm gonna have to rewatch it in English.
Should be a true fan of watching Norwegian.
If I understood a lick of Norwegian, I would. But oddly enough, number 10, Vinland Saga. Honestly, not a bad spot for it at number 10. It is fucking fire. Everybody hated the second season, and so far that I'm into it's because it just slowed down. The first season was just so like action packed and like dark and fucked up, and like it's the main character Thorfinn kind of just like turning his life around and trying to get his shit together. So everybody hates it because he's not like angsty and fucking pissed off anymore. But Vinland Saga,
Which usually that follows suit with most animes. The second season is usually a little bit more chill, a little more calm.
mm-hmm. Number 9, Dragon Ball franchise. All time? That seems kind of low.
It seems low.
Seems low as fuck.
I would probably, I personally, that would be a top fiver. in my
I'd say
opinion.
just
I
because
agree.
of
The impact
How
alone
iconic
on
it
Dragon
is.
Ball Z was
Facts.
make it all timer. Low key Mount Rushmore level.
and would we really have Western anime over here like we do today without Dragon Ball Z?
No, because everybody says the big three is One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. But their grandfather to the big three has always been
Then
Dragon Ball.
It was out way before those.
I mean, yeah, Dragon Ball at least top 5. I'm not over here saying it's, 1 or 2, but it is definitely.
Top 5. He saw number 8. I don't remember what number 8 was.
He did see number 8.
I saw number 7, and that has me
Oh.
absolutely floored. So number 8 is Neon Genesis Evangelion, which
Was it? I don't remember.
yeah, which I have not seen personally. However, everybody that has seen it has said it's in their top 4 or 5, at least 10 all time. Same with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's like a low key cult following where it's like everybody that has seen it says it's like one of the best ever, but not a lot of people have seen it.
Everyone says it's a mind fuck at the end of it too, and that I
Evangelion,
think-
really?
Mm-hmm. And they say that Netflix changed the ending, and people were not happy about it.
Really?
Like the streaming rights, yeah, they changed the ending. I think it.
Have you guys seen
think
this
that-
list?
Yeah,
I skimmed through it, but I didn't look all the way through.
Number 7 is One Piece.
which actually kind
How
of
you feel
surprised
about
me.
That should be like top 3 unanimously, I feel like. Because, like,
Okay.
it's one of the
You
big.
were like upset because it was in the top 10.
No, I'm
or
upset
like-
that it's this low. Because, like, look, I'm not the biggest One Piece fan. Because the anime to me is just, like, terribly paced. But when it comes to story, world building, the characters, the power, like, everything, like, it is a great, great, great anime. And it's, like, worldly renowned as, like, one of the greatest all time for, like, animes. Like, definitely always in people's top 3s. And just the impact that it has always had and is currently having in the anime world. Like, they're getting into so Egghead Island is like one of the final arcs in One Piece. This is like we're coming to finally the end of the story. And then the One Piece and then the live action doing so well and already getting renewed for season 2. Like, this should definitely be like way higher. Loki.
Yeah, I think 2023, 2024 is the year of the One Piece.
Yeah, for sure. Number 6 is Code Geass. Also, another one of those like cult classics that like everybody has seen it says it's amazing, but not a lot of people have seen it. So I can't say
tried
for
watching
certain.
it. I didn't like it. Well, it was a mech anime. There's powers involved too. It might be one of those ones I need to give another try. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of clips on it. I've never had any interest in watching it. But again,
Johnny Young Bosch does voice Lelouch.
yeah, I know, and I do love me some Johnny Young Bosch from
Which
Bleach
he
and
voices
Trigun.
Kurama and the live action Yu Yu Hakusho. It was
Oh,
like
he does.
all no name voice actors and then Johnny Young Bosch randomly. Because that was my thing. I'm like, all right, maybe they're just trying to get cheap actors or something like that, and not get any main voice actors. And then
They spent all
Johnny
their
Young
budget
Bosch.
on him, gosh.
What?
They spent their whole budget on him.
Yeah, I mean,
Number 5, Attack on Titan.
this list must
I
be
think it's
kind
right
of
about
old
where it needs to be.
because it has 2013 to ongoing.
It came out about a month. It came out about a month ago. I think the only reason they have that put on there is because the dub didn't come out until like 2 days ago.
That makes sense.
The dub just barely came out 2 days ago.
I didn't realize that.
That's crazy. So,
That's good timing for me.
let me say this about Attack on Titan. It's definitely one of the greatest anime of all time. Without a doubt. In fact, IMDb has it rated as one of the greatest shows in all of fiction. Now, if you look at individual shows, like episodes, some of the highest rated episodes of all time are like Game of Thrones. And most of them are Game of Thrones. And then Attack on Titan happened, and Attack on Titan has been knocking them out slowly of how good this show is. It's like all fiction level, like god tier leveling of a show. So it's amazing. It's fire. Top 5 for sure. Is it right at number 5? Probably. I'd have an argument for higher though, for sure. I definitely hear it as a Mount Rushmore level show.
Yeah, especially now that it's ended and you can kind of have that retrospective of like the show as a whole.
It's not gonna fall off.
Just as somebody that just finished it today, and I mean it is phenomenal. It is a masterpiece.
So good.
And the fact that it was even making news in some places about the final episode shows how impactful that is.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think we'll get more content of Attack on Titan, whether it's like spin-offs, prequels.
So they already had stuff after the fact. I didn't know this. There's like little side stories as well already. Like little one-offs that I need to watch now.
Oh, I didn't know there was actually animes. I figured there was probably like some mangas or books, kind of like the time I got reincarnated as Yamcha.
I think it's more just stuff that fills the in-between.
In the in-between. Number 4, Hunter x Hunter. Fucking absolute banger.
I think number 4 is the good spot for it.
I agree.
Only gripe I have with it is it's not finished. Manga or anime.
Yeah, no. Which is crazy to think about. An unfinished piece of work is regarded as one of the greatest anime of all time.
I think that's the only one on here that's unfinished. One Piece.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
And technically Dragon Ball franchise is not finished.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Even though we could leave it where it's at now and it'd be fine.
One Piece is not finished. Most of these aren't finished now that I'm looking at it. Number 3, Gurren Lagann.
I will say it's the only mech anime that I've enjoyed.
I couldn't even finish it, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I've tried watching it like 3 or 4 times, and I'd get to the same point, and I'm just like, this is boring.
It's got a great ending, but top 20.
I've seen the ending before, too, and it looked crazy good, but like, not enough for me to be like, oh, I gotta force myself to watch it.
I've watched it once, but not for me.
Top 3, probably not.
Definitely not.
I've heard of it.
For me.
I agree with Trevor. It's like top 20 range.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Like, comparatively with everything else that's on this list, if we went by what was on this top 10, this would be number 10, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, number 2. It's too high.
Yeah, I agree.
I do know that this is known as one of the greatest animes of all time, too.
This is definitely a 8 or 7.
I don't even know if Cowboy Bebop is in my top 10. I'm gonna keep it a bando.
Personally, it might be like a high 10, like towards the 10s.
It might be like 13 to 15 for me. Because, like, don't get me wrong, the anime is really good, right? It's not like a bad anime by any means. But going back and watching it now, I struggle, bro. I can't get through it. I've seen it before, and I'm just like, I can't watch this again. The animation is so old and dusty, and like, I can't do it. It's really hard. So for me to be like, oh yeah, this is one of the greatest animes of all time because I watched it once, it's like, Can't do it. Naruto, I've seen multiple times. Attack on Titan, I've seen multiple times. Dragon Ball Z, I've seen multiple times. This number one spot that's on here, I've seen multiple times. Both versions I've seen multiple times. Hunter x Hunter, multiple times. I can't get through Cowboy Bebop a second time. I can't do it with Trigun either. And Trigun was one of my favorites growing up. So, I don't know. I'd probably have it out.
I definitely agree.
I'd have it outside of my top 10 for sure, but it is still a great anime. Number 1, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Which is the same as IGN.
You guys know how I feel about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's great. It's all time. It's a banger. It's in my top 10. I don't know if I'd put it in my top 5, personally.
Not my top.
But it's up in my top 10 for sure.
It definitely makes the list. There's some things, I don't know what their list was based off of. Clearly it wasn't pop culture relevancy. As if that was the case, Attack on Titan would have been higher. Dragon Ball and One Piece would have been higher. I would argue that Hunter x Hunter probably is right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going on, I guess, the story alone, that would be tough.
Story alone?
Full Metal Alchemist might take that number 1.
I don't know if it's better than Naruto for me.
That's fair. You know what? Naruto didn't even make the top 10, and I didn't even hear you.
It's because I don't want to talk about it. It is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my whole life.
I would argue that we could have taken out maybe Gurren Lagann or Cowboy Bebop.
I would have taken out both of
or
them.
Naruto. Because here's the thing, on franchise alone, if it was like just Naruto or Naruto Shippuden, I could see.
No, but for Dragon Ball, they did the whole franchise.
Yeah, I'm sure Naruto franchise.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If it was done just as one, I could understand. But they did Dragon Ball as the whole thing.
Alright, I'll be there in a minute. We're about to be done.
Joke's on you, we got 3 more hours, buddy. No, as a franchise and whole, Naruto should definitely be on this list.
Like I said, Boruto brings it down.
Which isn't fair because GT exists.
Yeah.
That's fair.
True.
Dragon Ball Evolution exists.
No, it doesn't. We don't talk.
Yeah,
And we're gonna shit talk Boruto. If you guys even read the manga, it's way better than the anime. Way better.
We're going just anime alone.
Talk about top 10 anime.
It said franchise for Dragon Ball specifically.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I think we have to specify that.
But isn't the list top 10 anime?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said franchise.
Series of all time.
GT still exists.
If they just had Dragon Ball, people would have thrown their hands up and
I like GT.
What about Z? What about Super?
You're like one of 8 people that likes that show.
You get past the search for the Black Dragon Balls,
That's half of the show!
I said you gotta get past it.
I just skip it entirely, I'll be honest.
Same. Whenever I go back and watch it, I just start at the Baby Saga.
Which sucks too because I love Trunks so much and they wussify him so bad in the beginning and I can't stand it.
Dak, you like GT? Dak said he loved GT.
I mean, it's got some of the greatest villains. Omega Shenron.
No, it doesn't.
Baby,
No, it doesn't.
General.
Baby and Omega Shenron alone.
Baby, yes. Omega Shenron, an all-time villain? Better than Cell? Better than Boo?
You get the most badass Gohan scene in GT.
Fuck no. Fuck
Yes.
no. Absolutely
And it
not.
is-
You're telling me that
it is
scene is
great.
better than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan against Cell? You're on fucking crack, bro.
No, when Pan is being attacked by General Rildo, and all of a sudden,
Dildo?
yeah, I know. I think it's like Rildo or something like that.
He's the real dildo.
All of a sudden, he's about ready to kill Pan. Then all of a sudden, Pan just disappears, and you see Gohan pissed, straight up pissed, with his glasses on, his business suit, his briefcase. Just the sheer look of anger of you just attacked my child.
Yeah, he had that same look on his face when he was 12 fighting Cell.
It was nowhere near as bad because someone just attacked his daughter.
Yeah, but that's a matter of perspective.
Maybe, but that was by far my favorite Gohan scene of all time.
Dak said it has
gonna
his
tell you the
favorite
worst
Super
part.
Saiyan transformation. I gotta assume it's Super Saiyan 4.
No, it's Super Saiyan 5.
There's no fucking 5, Trevor. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I knew he was gonna say it. I had to join him. I'll tell you the worst part of Dragon Ball GT. Vegeta's mustache.
My
I
mustache!
shaved off my mustache!
No, Dragon Ball GT is good for what it is, but it's not. It does definitely bring down the Dragon Ball franchise to a degree. Only because Super comes out and pretty much
Races it.
changes the
Flawless
whole game.
victory. Super was fire, bro. It was so good. I remember
I don't
watching
get
it with my buddy Damien at Best Buy. And, bro, every time we'd both walk into work, like, did you watch Super yet? Did you watch an episode of Super? And then we'd run off to the fucking back of Best Buy where all the TVs were, and we'd try to cast it to one of the TVs so we can fucking watch it. So good. We were so addicted to that show. And we haven't gotten anything new since.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch it all the way dubbed. I watched part of it, but I didn't.
Do you
really
guys want to hear what I'm gonna be doing? I'm actually gonna go and watch all of Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball all the way through.
I did that not too long ago.
I've done it. It's honestly, I really love Dragon Ball. It's got the most not original but unique story out of the whole franchise.
Yeah, because
And-
Goku's not OP off rip.
No, he gets his ass kicked by Krillin. He gets his ass kicked by Tien. Yamcha
Demon
kicks
King
his ass.
Piccolo, then Piccolo.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely am gonna. It's gonna be my slow burn, kind of watching something in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, but I just want to re-educate myself on some Dragon Ball.
It's a good watch. I definitely recommend it. I do that every so often too.
Yeah, Dak, we were actually talking about Dragon Ball Daima earlier, and my hot take about it is that I'm not excited for it at all. Because I want new episodes of Super, because I know what's next because of the manga. So I'm going to watch it.
Manga.
I'm going to watch the fuck out of it because it's Dragon Ball. Am I excited for it? Not really. Once I heard the story, it was going to basically be like GT. I was like, nah, bro.
Do we have a timeline on where it takes place at?
They haven't even
Not
announced
yet.
if it's officially canon or not yet.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's canon in some way. They wouldn't just because Toriyama's involved with it.
He
So-
said this is the most excited he's been for a Dragon Ball project in a long time, since before GT.
Well, I hate my life now.
I wonder if it's going to be an in-between between Super or superheroes and then what's coming next.
Maybe.
I just hope they go back to the regular animation and not what they did for superheroes. I rewatched superheroes and I just
Yeah, the animation just
okay.
seems slow. That's what
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
like. It just seems very slow.
it was like it was the whole reason why I couldn't get into Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ruby gets better, but I turned on Ruby meets the Justice League and it was the same. I'm just like, I cannot do this. I do not like this animation at all.
Mm-mm. Me either.
So, what Dragon Ball Superheroes reminded me of was playing Dragon Ball Fighters, like the animation and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it reminded me of the whole time.
Yep. That's honestly probably the models that they used for the.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
Dak said he's also going to do a full rewatch of Dragon Ball.
Nice.
It's not bad to do. I own everything Dragon Ball except for Super on DVD, and I love to break those out every once in a while.
I contemplated putting some money into it, but then I'm like, I'm poor.
I am putting money into it. I got a Crunchyroll subscription that has everything on it already.
I got this way before Netflix was even a thing.
Facts.
I would go to Best Buy once a week when I was like 16, 17. I would just buy a new season. It was like $30 each week.
You know what? Just an off topic. I know we don't have it on our list because this was supposed to be the last thing. What's everybody's favorite like Dragon Ball movie, non-canon movie? Or nothing from.
So the original
unless you're
Dragon Ball Z ones.
Yeah,
History of
I mean, I
Trunks.
guess you could throw Broly in there if you.
Broly's not
the
canon.
Super Broly movie.
Oh, Super Broly? Okay.
Well,
Super Broly is, yeah.
if you want to throw that in there, I'll do it because they haven't redone it yet. So.
The Earth's Mightiest Heroes, mine for sure. The Tree of Might.
The Tree of Might's another banger. I've had those on DVD somewhere.
Same. I don't know where
I'm
they
gonna
went.
be honest. I'm gonna be basic. The first Broly movie for me.
That was the best of the Broly trilogy.
Yeah. And my favorite part about it is Pantera is actually one of the bands.
Yep.
One of the songs that's playing in it. And I'm like, it didn't click with me when I was younger. But then I'm sitting there and a song came on my Spotify and I'm like, fuck, this was in the Broly movie. And like, but now I can't find my copy anywhere to go back and watch it because I don't know if when they started re-releasing everything, if that song is still the same.
Right.
So it's funny you mentioned this. I was really wanting to watch Cooler's Revenge.
A lot of them are
like
on
2 nights ago.
Crunchyroll.
They're all subbed.
Yeah,
And I want to watch the
all
dubbed. Now the newest ones, Superheroes, Broly, Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, they're all dubbed. But all the other ones are subbed.
That's a classic Crunchyroll fucking maneuver.
I'm like, now on search. Well, I went to Dragon Ball, and if you go all the way down the bottom, it has
They're
movies.
only subbed. They are only subbed.
Dude,
Because I
Sparking
went to
Zero
go
game
watch-
is gonna be fucking fire. I can't wait for that shit.
Oh my god. I can't fucking wait. I'll be fucking sweaty so hard with that. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
Facts. So yeah, Tree of Might, Super Android 13 are my favorite ones.
I love Super Android 13.
That's a good one too.
I also
Cooler
liked
is another good one.
what was the one with Janemba? And they went
Fusion,
Fusion Reborn.
Fusion
Dragon,
Reborn.
Fusion Reborn. That's the one where they go Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah. That's what Dak just said. Fusion Reborn was fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Also one of my favorites. Is that it?
Yeah.
History of Trunks is definitely my favorite, and the other one I love is Wrath of the Dragon. That's the one where Tapion, the legendary hero, comes and he has to play the flute to otherwise. He
Oh
turns
my
into
god,
a
I
dragon.
completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, I love that
I
one.
did too.
And that's where Trunks becomes a sword user because he gets his sword from Tapion.
He becomes a really strong guy with the sword.
I knew it was. That's the only reason why it's his favorite.
100%.
Well, actually, because it involves a lot of Trunks is why it's one of my favorites. But History of Trunks is my favorite.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm definitely going. If I had to pick one, the first Broly movie, and then I guess the Super Broly movie too. Those would be kind of 1 and 1 for me. 1A, 1B, without a doubt.
The Super Broly movie
And the
was so
Bart
good.
is the Bardock one considered a movie or just a special?
It's considered a movie.
Yeah.
Just like
Bart.
they could
Legend
still
of Bardock
technically-
was also good. I love that one.
Yeah, they could still technically make History of Trunks and Bardock canon because they're the only ones that fit in the timeline. And History of Bardock actually has another movie that came out. It is only in Japanese, but there is a fan dub on YouTube. Yes, and then he goes into another universe. He gets blown into another universe. He doesn't actually die.
Right.
It was actually a really good fan dub.
Have you read any of the manga, like past the Tournament of Power?
So I started reading Dragon Ball manga. My goal was to start reading Dragon Ball and then work my way up when I was younger. And
Okay.
I got like 3 omnibuses in of Dragon Ball, and then I just stopped. I still have them. I need to pick that back up.
Yeah. So, the manga after Tournament of Power, Fire, some of the best, like, I am dying for that to come out. We were just talking about the manga after Tournament of Power.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they've waited this long, because Toriyama knows no matter what. I mean, if he literally just shits in a cup and calls it Dragon Ball Super Season 2, we're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch the fuck out of it.
I'm paying for it right now. Dragon Ball shit cup. I mean, hell, we're gonna be watching Daima, and we're not.
That's basically shit cup.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, unless you guys got anything else, I think we're gonna be ending the night kind of early this time around.
Yeah, we're just shy of 2 hours. And right now we're peaking on viewers too, so that's kind of hilarious.
Sinya's just dragging us down left and right.
Never failed. Yesenia's gonna all of a sudden quit on us now because we made this comment.
I know, right? So, quick recap of what we're talking about in the beginning about being consistent. 7:30 every Wednesday is when we're going to start firing these things off. We're going to be consistent. Sometimes there'll be 3, sometimes there'll be 4. And depending on Damien's schedule, sometimes there may only be 2. But,
Yeah.
Just me and Manuel arguing back and forth whether Trunks is a sword user.
Trunks is not a fucking sword user, and there is no such thing as Super Saiyan 5!
Yeah, you guys won't have the mediator here to get you all back on track. 4-hour fucking stream because nobody's there to say, yo, that's not even the topic.
But,
Remember, Gold
yeah,
Monkey can be whatever you want it to be.
no, it can't.
7:30, Weber Die Wednesdays. We are going to start re-uploading the live streams probably on a Friday. And
To the
maybe
YouTube
even
channel.
sooner than that. And we are also working on the TikTok. We're going to start doing highlights and shorts and all that
Yep,
stuff.
so follow the socials,
Okay.
Weber Die on all platforms. Follow them so you can
Yep.
keep in touch with all the stuff that we're doing. Clips, highlights.
And
And if you guys want to give us some
Is there
recommendations and
platform
shout outs and stuff to talk about, let us know on there. We'll reach back
And we're
out.
going to try to do some individual
Weber
reviews,
Die,
like
I
solo
Weber Die
leveling.
podcast.
Yep.
Solo leveling's going to be so good. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Great.
Damien, read up on that.
All right.
Back.
Will do. All right. This is Weber Die. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Peace.
Later.